Assalamu alaikum. This is Shahnawaz. My topic is the rhyme of ancient mariner. This topic given us in pair form work video presentation. Assigned to the first one is Nabila Solangi and other one me Shahnawaz, the student of English language and literature to get 20 bench University of Sindh MBBS campus Dadu and assigned by Sir Sohail Kalhoro. Here I discuss a short overview of this poem and literary devices or terms used in this poem, but only discuss three parts of this poem. So first of all, short overview of this poem. This poem is Samuel Taylor Coleridge and published in first edition of Lyric Ballad in 1797 to 1798 and consists on 7 parts, has 625 lines. This is the longest poem of S.T. Coleridge and narrative poem. It's a story within a story, a story of sin, punishment, redemption of a sailor. Basically, this poem gives us a lesson of how person commits a sin, how he does a wrong act, how he is punished for it, and later on how he feels sorry and gets forgiveness. First literary device in first part of this poem is alliteration. What is alliteration? Repetition of initial consonant sound at the beginning of two or more words in a line of poetry. That's called alliteration. Use of alliteration in this poem. Number first, in third stanza's first line, H sound is repeated as he holds him with his skinny hand. Number second, in fourth stanza, first line, H sound is repeated. He holds him with his glittering eye. Number third, in fifth stanza, first line, H sound is repeated. Here, the wedding guest sat on a stone. Number 4, in stanza 9, line number 4, M sound is repeated as the merry minstrelsy. Number 5, in stanza 10, first line, B sound is repeated as the wedding guest he beat his breast. Number 6, in stanza 11, third line, W sound is repeated as he struck with his it-tracking wings. Number 7, in stanza 12, fourth line, H sound is repeated as and forward bend his head. Number 8, in stanza 14, second line, D sound is repeated as did and a decimal scene. Second literary device in first part of this poem is Anaphora. What is Anaphora? Repetition of one or more words, phrases or a clause at the beginning of line or a phrase of poetry is called Anaphora. Here, use of Anaphora. Number first, in sixth stanza, third and fourth line, Anaphora is used as below the creek, below the hill, below the lighthouse top. Here, below the is Anaphora. Number second, in 13th stanza, first and third line, Anaphora is used as and now there came both mist and snow, and it grew victorious cold, and eyes mast-high came floating by. Here and is Anaphora. Number 3rd. In 15th stanza, first and second line, Anaphora is used. Here, the ice was here, ice was there. The ice was all round. So in this stanza, the ice is Anaphora. Third literary device. First part of this poem is Enjambment. I discuss here what is enjambment and where is used. So enjambment is a literary device in which a line of poetry carries its ideas or thoughts over to next line without a grammatically pause. In the first two lines of the stanza number 11, enjambment is used. Let's see. And now the storm blast came, and he was tremendous and strong. Fourth literary device. First part of this poem is internal rhyme. Discuss here what is internal rhyme and where is used. Rhyming of two words within a line of poetry is called internal rhyme. In this poem, in second stanza, third line, internal rhyme is used. Let's see. The guests are met, the feast is set. Here, met and set used as an internal rhyme. In sixth stanza, first line, internal rhyme is used. Let's see. The ship was cheered, the harbor cleared. Here, cheered and cleared is used. Here, internal rhyme. In stanza 12, line number 5, internal rhyme is used. Let's see. The ship drove fast, Lord roared the blast. Here, fast and blast is used as an internal rhyme. In 15th stanza, first line, internal rhyme is used. The ice was here, the ice was there. So here and there is used as an internal rhyme. In 18th stanza, third line, and every day for food or play. Here, day and play is used here an internal rhyme. In 19th stanza, first line, in mist or a cloud, on mist or a shroud. Here, cloud or a shroud is used here an internal rhyme. Fifth literary device. First part of this poem is oxymoron. Discuss here what is oxymoron and where is used. So, what is oxymoron? Putting together two opposite ideas or words to create an fact is called oxymoron. In 13th stanza, second line, oxymoron is used. Let's see. And it grew Victoria's cold. Here, Victoria's cold is an oxymoron. In 14th stanza, second line, oxymoron is used. Let's see. Did send a decimal sheen. Here, decimal sheen is oxymoron. Sixth literary device. First part of this poem is onomatopoeia. So, what is onomatopoeia and where is used? Let's see. Onomatopoeia are the words used to represent the sounds of the things. In 15th stanza, third line, onomatopoeia is used. Here, it cracked and growled and reared and hollowed. Here is onomatopoeia. Seventh literary device. The first part of this poem is allusion. What is allusion? Allusion refers to the leaving out of an unstressed syllable or a vowel, usually in order to keep a regular meter in a line of poetry. It is a deliberate omission of a sound between two words, another and syncope. This contraction or the shortening of a word by omitting sound, syllables or letters from the middle of the word. So here in the rhyme of ancient manner, allusion and syncope is used. Second, now wherefore stoppest thou me? Line number 4. Second, he struck with his outtreking wings. Line number 43. And third one, it at the foot, it ne'er had head. Line number 67. Fourth one, and it would welcome woe. Line number 92. And the last one, with far here whisper o'er the sea. Line number 201. Eighth literary device. First part of this poem is personification. What is personification? Giving the human traits or characteristics to something that is not human, such as animals, objects, non-living things, or inanimate things. That's called personification. So in stanza number 7, personification is used. Let's see. The sun came upon the left, out of the sea came he. Next, went down into the sea. Ninth literary device. First part of this poem is simile. What is simile? Comparison of two different objects, things, or action by using connecting words such as a like and use. This is called simile. In this poem, in 9th stanza, second line, simile is used. Let's see. Red as a rose is she. Second number, in 3rd stanza, 4th line, simile is used as green as a emerald. Number 3rd, in 15th stanza, 3rd and 4th line, simile is used. Here it cracked and growled and roared and hollowed like noise in a sound. Now, second part of this poem. In second part of this poem consists 14 stanza. I already discussed the definition of literary terms in the first part. Here discuss only the use of them. So, first literary terms in second part of this poem is alliteration. Here in 22 stanza, in first line, B sound is repeated. Let's see. And the good south will still believe behind. Second one, in stanza number 23rd, line 4 and 6, B sound is repeated. Let's see. That made the breeze to blow. In third one, 25th stanza, first line, F and B sound is repeated. Let's see. The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew. And in second line, F sound is repeated. The flew followed free. Number 4. In 26th stanza, first line, D sound is repeated. Let's see. Down dropped the breeze, the sails dropped down. In second line, S sound is repeated. T was said, S said cloud B. And in third line, S sound is repeated, the silence of the sea. Number 5. In 29th stanza, first line, W sound is repeated. Let's see. Water, water everywhere. And in fourth line, D sound is repeated, nor any drop to drink. Number 6. In 30 stanzas, first line D sound is repeated. Let's see. The very deep did road. And in fourth line, S sound is repeated upon the filmy sea. Number 7. In stanza 32, line number 3, H sound is repeated as 9 fathom deep he had followed us. Number 8. In stanza 33, line number 2, W sound is repeated as was weathered at the root. Now, second literary device in second part of this poem is apostrophe. So here I discuss what is apostrophe and where is used in this poem. So first define apostrophe. A literary device in which a speaker, writer, poet directly addresses an absent or a dead person, an abstract quality or something non-human, as if it were present and capable of responding. In this poem, in 30 stanzas, first line apostrophe is used. The very deep did rod, O Christ. So, O Christ is used here as an apostrophe. Now, third literary device in second part of this poem is enjambment. I already defined the enjambment in the first part of this poem. Here discuss only the use of enjambment. First, in 33 stanzas, third and fourth line, enjambment is used. Let's see. We could not speak no more than if we had been cooked with salt. Second one, enjambment in 34 stanzas, third and fourth line, enjambment is used. Let's see. Instead of the cross, the albatross about my neck was hung. Now, fourth literary device in second part of this poem is Inversion or word order. So, what is Inversion or word order? It is a literary device in which the normal order of words is reversed in order to achieve a particular effect of emphasis or a meter. In 34 stanzas, third and fourth line, inversion is used. Let's see. Instead of the cross, the albatross about my neck was hung. So here the normal word order would be was hung about my neck. Now the fifth literary device in the second part of this poem is irony. What is irony and where is used? So irony is the use of word in which the intended meaning is opposite. Irony involves a construct between appearance and actual meaning. In 29-30 stanza, irony is used. Example here, water, water everywhere, and all the balls did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor drop to drink. Now, sixth literary device in second part of this poem is internal rhyme. In 25th stanza, first line, the fair breeze blew, the white foam flew. Here, seventh literary device in second part of this poem is metaphor. Metaphor is also a comparison of two things without using like and as. It makes a comparison between two unrelated things, as here, all in a hot and copper sky, the bloody sun at noon. Stanza 27, part 2. Eighth literary device in second part of this poem is personification. Personification is already discussed in first part. Here is only use of it. In 21st stanza, personification is used. Let's see. The sun now rose upon the right, out of the sea came he, still hid in mist, and on the left went down into the sea. Ninth literary device in second part of this poem is repetition. Repetition of same lines, phrases or ideas in a poetry or a poem is used to lay emphasis on a certain themes, ideas or objects. So, line 4th and 6th of stanza number 23, repetition is used. Let's see. That made the breeze to blow. Second one, in first line of 28th stanza, repetition is also used. Day after day, day after day. Third, in line first and third, stanza number 29, repetition is used as water, water everywhere. 10th literary device in the second part of this poem is simile. First one, in 24th stanza, first line, simile is used as nor dim nor red, like God's own head. Number second, in 28th stanza, third line, simile is used as idle as a painted ship in use of as. Number third, in 31 stanza, third line, simile is used, the water like a witch oil. Now, third part of this poem. This part consists 17 stanzas. First literary device in third part of this poem is alliteration. So, I already defined alliteration. Here is use of it. Number first, in 36th stanza, first line, S sound is repeated as at first it seemed a little speak. In third line, M sound is repeated. It moved and took at last. Number second, in stanza 37th, line 2, N sound is repeated as and still it neared and neared. Number third, in stanza 38, line 2, W and N sound is repeated as we could nor laugh nor wail. Number 4, in 14th stanza, first line, S sound is repeated as see, I cried. See, check no more. In second line, W sound is repeated. Hither to work is well. And in fourth line, S sound is repeated. She studies up with upright keel. Number 5th. In 41 stanza, first line, W sound is repeated. The western wave was all flame. In second line, W sound is repeated as the day was well nigh done. In third line, W sound is repeated as almost upon the western wave. In fourth line, P sound is repeated, rested the broad bright sun. And in fifth line, S sound is repeated when that strange shape drops suddenly. Number 6. In 42 stanza and first line, S and W sound is repeated as and straight the sun was flecked with bars. And in fourth line, B sound is repeated with broad and burning face. Number 7. In stanza 43, line 2, N sound is repeated. How fast she near and near. And in third line, S sound is repeated as are those her sails that glance in the sun. Number 9. In 45th stanza, first line, W and H sound is repeated as her lips were red, her lips were red, her looks were free. Number 10. In 47th stanza, first line, S sound is repeated as the sun's rim dips, the star rush out. And in fourth line, S sound is repeated offshore the spattery bar. Number 11. In 48th stanzas, first line, L sound is repeated here as we listen and look sideways up. And in sixth line, D sound is repeated from the sails the dew did drip. Number 12. In stanza 50, line 2, D sound is repeated as they drop down one by one. Now, second literary device in third part of this poem is Anaphora. I already defined Anaphora. Here only use of it. Number first, in 35th stanza, second line, Anaphora is used as a very time, a very time. So, a very time is Anaphora. Number second, in 38th stanza, first line, Anaphora is used with throats unslaked, with black lips baked. Here with his Anaphora. Number third, in 14th stanza, first line, Anaphora is used as see, I cried. She takes no more. Here she is Anaphora. Number 4. In 45th stanza, first line. Anaphora is used as her lips were red, her looks were free. So her is anaphora. Number 5th, 48th stanza, fourth line. Anaphora is used as the stars were dim and thick the night. The steersman's face by his lamp gleamed white. Here there is anaphora. Fourth literary device in third part of this poem is enjambment. I already defined what is enjambment. Here only use of enjambment. Number first, in the first two lines of stanza 35, enjambment is used as there passed a very time. Each throat was parched and glazed each eye. And in line 5 and 6, enjambment is also used. When looking westward, I beheld as something in the sky. Number second, in stanza 44, line first and second, enjambment is used as are those her rubs through which the sun deeper people as through a grate. Fifth literary device in third part of this poem is internal rhyme. I already defined internal rhyme in first part of this poem. Here only use of it. Number first, in 38th stanza first line, internal rhyme is used as with throat unslaked, with black lips baked. So unslaked and baked is used here as an internal rhyme. Sixth literary device in third part of this poem is inversion or word order. So in 38th stanza third line, inversion is used as through utter brought all dumb we stood. So here the normal word order would be we stood all dumb. Seventh literary device in third part of this poem is metaphor. I already discussed metaphor in first part of this poem. Here only use of it as stanza 49 third line, metaphor is used. So each turned his face with a ghastly pang and cursed me with his eye. So here comparing of the appearance of to a curse. Eighth literary device in third part of this poem is Onomatopoeia, already discussed in first part. Here only use. In 51 stanza fourth line, onomatopoeia is used as like the whiz of my crossbow. Ninth literary device in third part of this poem is repetition. So already discussed what is repetition. Here is only use of it. Number first, in stanza 35. Third line, repetition is used as a very time, a very time. This is a repetition. Number second, stanza 38 and 39. First line are repeated as with throat unslaked, with black lips backed. Number 3. In stanza 46, third line, repetition is used. The game is done. I won, I won. So I won is used here as repetition. 10th literary device in third part of this poem is simile. I already discussed simile in first part of this poem. Here only use. Number first, in 43 stanza, fourth line, simile is used as like restless gossamers. Number second, in 45th stanza, second and third line, simile is used. Her looks were yellow as gold. Her skin was as white as leprosy. Number 3. In 51 stanza, fourth line, simile is used as like the whiz of my crossbow. 11th literary device in third part of this poem is synecdoche. So use of a part of something which is present whole, as in stanza 41 first line, synecdoche is used as the western wave was all aflame. Wave refers to the ocean. So symbolism is also used in this poem. Here symbolism in this poem. The mariner is an actually symbolical representation to Adam and Eve, and the sun and moon also play an important symbol in this poem. The sun represents God's influence of faithful power, but the moon has a more positive association than the sun. Generally, troubling outcome happens to the mariner during the day, while more favorable result happens by moonlight. Example here, for example, the mariner curse lifts and he returns home by moonlight. This is the end. Thanks Allah for watching my video. Allah Hafiz.